Okay. So I believe in this game, In-Terror-Gation. I believe in this game it's kind of like a solve the mystery game. So I'm excited for it because I like solving mysteries. So all characters appearing in this work are fictitious. Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And there's some flashing lights. Introduction. For the past few months, there's been this patient. She was a victim of an abduction, as well as a bizarrely unnatural homicide. Normally she wouldn't be in our jurisdiction, but during her rescue, she attacked the police and tried to escape numerous times, which led to her being placed in our care. Then there's her behavior. Family members reported that she was acting differently, a total personality change. She's never provided any clear answers on what happened. Oddly, she suddenly made a request stating she was finally willing to talk. They put me in charge of her interrogation. I felt it'd be a good idea to ask the police for any evidence they were willing to share with me, given her history of being uncooperative with questioning. Thankfully, they let me have a binder containing some of the evidence they've collected. Not all of it, granted, but hopefully it'll be enough to finally get the truth of what happened. What happens if I just leave? What if I don't begin? Yeah, I guess she was abducted and survived a homicide? Nancy Drew gets serious. Let's see.
Forget this. I'll leave them to someone else. I'm taking today off.
Lazy. Ending 5 of 5, thanks for playing, I guess. Leaving is instant victory, though. Let's try this again.
Okay, I'm ready. Could you bring the patient in?
I'm gonna turn up the volume here. Let's bring her in.
Now, before we get started, can you give me your name for the record, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
Patient's folder. Okay, let's read this. Interrogation tips. While time is limited, it's best to look through all the documents. Time is limited? Not all questions have a contradiction.
Thank you for the follow, but I just banned you.
Brit Rock, thank you for the follow. Not all the questions have a contradiction. Proceed to the next question if nothing seems to be wrong to avoid wasting time. Also, you know what I just realized? Sorry. I didn't change the game. I'm gonna go back to games and demos. Okay. Avoid picking things that aren't contradictions. All it does is make you lose time. If you're out of time, you can no longer browse for information. Use your tape recorder to rehear the last thing the suspect said. Okay, cycle between pages. Okay. Tape recorder is down here. Cool.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
Her name is not Heather. It's Darcy.
That's not what it says in your patient record.
Oh, right. Heather's, just a nickname of mine. It's Darcy. Sorry for the confusion.
Oh, is that like...
You aren't from around here, are you? Could you tell me what state?
State? Sure. It's Pennsylvania.
Is that like Heather in Silent Hill? I found an anomaly, I know. Thought that was Innsmouth for a second? Would explain the fishy look. What is that? I don't know what that is. Patient was a victim of abduction. During her rescue, she acted out and assaulted the police, heavily injuring a few officers. She was planned to be held temporarily while being given therapy, but after numerous attempted escapes and continued attacks on people around her, she was committed to this facility. Patient has proven to not be completely honest with doctors. Many staff have reported that her claims and information are incorrect. Currently, the patient seems to give no indication that she has any known disorders, rather that her constant lying is in order to hide something. Due to her frequent violent outbursts and escape attempts, she has been confined to a wheelchair during any and all activities. Oh. I think I know, I think I know what you're talking about. Letter from police department. Sorry to say that due to the active status of investigation, the police are unable to provide any notes from investigators. However, the precinct is willing to work with Innsmount. Oh, that's what you said it, in some capacity. So we've sent you a binder containing any evidence we aren't currently using. We hope this is ample support to help with your interrogation of the patient. You think she's like a Lovecraftian monster? Well, she's being interrogated because she has violently assaulted people after her rescue and apparently has actively tried to escape. I'm guessing this is like a psychological ward or something. Police report. True, everyone is a little bit monster. Me, very much so monster. Detail of event. Officers responded to a 911 call about individuals entering an abandoned house. Upon entering the premises, officers found one living victim in the body of an unidentified individual. Judging by the state of the two, it's estimated that they had been there for just a few hours. The surviving victim had been restrained to a chair. She was conscious and cognizant, but would not answer questions. The body of the unidentified girl was discovered just a few feet from the survivor. Both individuals arrived at the same time based on the state of their clothing. The body was in an unnatural state. The entire body, including limbs, was twisted and deformed, and was in a state that closely resembled late stages of decomposition. The identity has yet to be determined due to these factors. Actions taken. How tried to escape the police too? Fair. Following the survivor's rescue, she immediately assaulted the officers present, leading to 2 police casualties due to severe injuries. Oh, she killed 2 police officers. The woman was quickly detained and medical support was called, but she had been uncooperative with questioning. A Virginia ID was found on the scene, so present staff will be looking into why she is here and notifying any family. She said she was from Pennsylvania? No, she's from Virginia.
The police report says you're from Virginia, though.
Ah, right, sorry. I always get Pennsylvania and Virginia mixed up, you know? Because they are so close.
Are they close?
Are you talking to me of your own volition?
Yeah, of course. I just want to give my side of the story.
What is your side of the story? Anything else in our folder? No, that's it.
Alright, thanks for that information. It's just a formality for the records.
Yeah, it, seemed that way.
Now, we don't have all the time in the world, so I won't bother you with going over the details. To keep it short, I need to ask you some questions about the university and your abduction.
Alright, that's fine. Go ahead.
As I'm sure you remember, you requested this meeting. The police have provided me with a binder containing some of their evidence, which I'll be using to make sure you're taking this discussion seriously. They told me that you were quite uncooperative during initial questioning. It's just to make sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for, agreeing to this.
Ask
Okay.
if she's a fish.
So, first of all,
Are you a fish?
tell me a bit more about your experience at university.
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
She just sounds so sus. Oh, whoa. We have 12. Whoa. We have 12 pages now. Whoa. Okay. What the heck am I looking at? Okay. I'm sorry, what happened to this person? Very sus of the fish. I don't know about her. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. She's acting so sus that maybe she's not actually sus. Daily newspaper Harbor University may face lawsuit. Virginia father Alan Widow has made a public statement about his plans to file a lawsuit against Harbor University over what happened to his daughter, claiming that Harbor failed to assure the safety of my daughter and clearly lacked anything resembling a background check on their staff, end quote. A few weeks ago, Harbor University student Darcy Widow was abducted from the university and brought to an abandoned house near 23rd West Road Street, where she was later found by police bound to a chair next to an unidentified human corpse. Complicating matters is that Darcy herself was shortly arrested for assaulting the officers on duty and making multiple escape attempts while in custody. The father has stated that his daughter, quote, would never act like this. I can only blame the university for no doubt letting her hang around bad crowds with what I imagine to be little to no oversight from their staff, end quote. Okay, boomer. Alan Widow continues to mention that he will be taking on the lawsuit alone, citing his own career history as one of Virginia's most successful lawyers. His final statement for reporters was, quote, if Harbor thinks they can get away with this blatant disregard for their students...
Oh, and my zipper is unzipped? Oh no, wait, I can do the thing. Hold on. Wanna see my penis? Oh no! Oh no!
Sup, Tenarian, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Were you streaming? What were you up to? And boomer, end quote. Pretty much like a... Dude, she's in college. The university is allowing or disallowing someone to hang out with the bad crowd? That makes no sense. Sub, how are you? Lulu, River. Yes. The university has no control over who hangs out with who. When audio... I don't know when I'm doing an audiobook. I don't think I have a good enough voice for that. Okay, where were we? Alright. If Harbor thinks they can get away with this blatant disregard for their students' well-being, they don't know who they're messing with. Like, you're grounded until you find better friends. I was playing Rise of the Triad Dark War. Rise of the Triad Dark War. What game genre is that? Thank you for the raid. I hope you're well. Thank you. We're playing a game called In-Terror-Gation. Obviously, you guys like my voice. Otherwise, I don't know if you'd be here listening. Oh, hey, look. Student with complaint, Darcy Widow. Literature major. Student name, Heather Baker. Wait, she said her name was Heather. Initially, but her name is Darcy. Very old first-person shooter. Oh, okay. Yes, ASMR audio. I'm not good at ASMR. Darcy submitted a complaint to the front desk about a student named Heather Baker. Both are currently paired together on an assignment for Professor Murphy's anthropology class. Darcy expressed discomfort with Heather, stating that, quote, she seemed more interested in me than the assignment, end quote. Darcy has said that she assumes Heather is just trying to be friendly and make small talk, but finds some of the questions unnerving. She went on to say that she didn't report this directly to the professor because she doesn't feel comfortable doing so, and also doesn't want to become enemies with Heather. There currently isn't much we can do at the moment, but if Darcy returns with more issues on the matter, then we'll take a closer look. I want to hear what she said just now.
Yeah. I was abducted at Harbor University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
How about just being a GPS voice? Wait, you have a GPS system? Wait. Like one of those like old school GPS things. Eyewitness statement. Wow, there's a lot of pages here. A local teenager returning home from a late stay with their friends witnessed a strange occurrence on 23rd West Road Street. They reported seeing lights from an abandoned house that they passed by occasionally. The witness decided to investigate what the source of the light was, but as they approached the house, they heard a car driving in and decided to hide. The car parked by the abandoned house and 2 people left. According to the witness's statement, while the witness couldn't get a clear view of the people coming from the car, they did report that they heard what sounded like, quote, a girl calling for help, end quote, and could apparently see one of the figures try and cover her mouth while dragging her into the house. Hey, Fat Waffles, how's it going? After seeing this, the witness headed straight home, taking around 15 to 30 minutes, and immediately called 911.
Thank you for the follow, but I just banned you.
Oh, and thank you for the follow. Hopefully you follow back? No, I won't, probably, because I don't do follow for follows, and they're against Twitch's TOS. So, just, I wouldn't throw that around in chats you just show up to. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just gonna need you to read the names of every street in the country real quick. Yeah, I'll try my best. It's probably, I mean, I feel like street names are reused a lot, so probably, not that big of a list. Probably a big list, though. Alright. Oh yeah, we read everything to the end. Wait, oh my gosh, time's moving. Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay, what did she say last?
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
Read faster, oh my gosh.
It's a fairly big university, with lots of fields and classes. What did you major in?
My major? Well, I took a bachelor's degree, so I took a lot of classes that weren't part of it. But it was, management.
That's not true, because that was Heather's major. She's going back to Heather again. Oh, wait. Oh no, I can't. I wasted so much time by clicking that repeatedly. I didn't realize that. Did she absorb Heather? I don't know.
Your college records state that you majored in literature.
Uh-oh. I guess that was just a mistake. Yeah, no, I majored in literature. My head's just kind of all over the place, you know?
Did you make any friends during your time at university? Any strong relationships with anyone?
I mean, of course, I had a couple of friends. Are you asking if I had a boyfriend or something? I never really had any strong relationships with anyone, to be honest. Mostly just, acquaintances.
Supposedly she's Darcy, but she's acting as if she's Heather. I'm gonna just examine really quickly. So the next 2 pages. K-12 Heather? Oh my gosh, time is going so quickly.
These plane tickets seem to suggest otherwise.
Those. Ah, right. Yeah. Those. Me and the professor weren't, super close, I guess. I wouldn't call it a strong relationship. He was the one who bought the tickets anyway.
Wait, so she had
Can you
some
think
kind
of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
Okay. Okay, so there's something about the professor here, James Murphy. I'm just gonna read it now, whatever. James is an anthropology professor at Harbor University. He has not shown up for work in quite some time and has failed to report these absences to the university. Neither the police nor university staff have been able to get in touch with him, and search of his home hasn't yielded any reports. The person is wanted for questioning related to the potential involvement in the abduction of university student Darcy Widow and the homicide of an as-of-yet unidentified female victim. It is thought that he may be dangerous, so caution should be exercised when confronting the suspect. And then there's an email sent to Heather. Alright, I was able to get my hands on these plane tickets. Our flight is in 5 days from now because I'd rather not risk staying here for long. After what will happen, people will get suspicious. Whatever you have planned with her, I suggest taking care of it in the next few days and fast. Once you've taken care of any loose ends, we'll make our exit out of state. If you're reading this, it means I'm gone. Given everything I've involved myself in, I can only hope I'm just dead. Any alternatives are too chilling to consider. All I can offer are my deepest apologies for what I've done. The one that forced my hand on these awful deeds made me feel as if I had no choice but to follow orders. I wish I could tell you everything, but even just writing this is a great struggle. I can only say this: it wasn't my choice, and I hope to make this right. P.S. Hold on to this like your life depends on it. If you have the misfortune of confronting them, it may just aid you. J.M. Okay, let's go. Next question.
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you see what happened to that body? How could I have caused that?
Yeah, it was to Heather, but he got tickets for Darcy. That's strange.
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure it was just me and the person during the, kidnapping.
Do you think she's a witch? No.
Damn, something's just not right here. It doesn't add up at all, but I just can't see what's wrong. There must be more holes to point out, but... I'm sorry, but I can't continue like this. I'll get someone else to take over. So just wait here.
Oh, ending 4 of 5? I just couldn't stay there anymore. Thankfully, before I left, I was able to get someone to fill in for me, but it seems as though he had no luck with her either. I was hoping I could return to her with a clear head, but that was never going to happen. Just a few hours after the interview, she was found dead, with her body in the same state as the one in the crime scene. So that was a bad ending. Let's start again. I have no idea what's going on either. Okay, bad ending.
Okay,
Let's see.
I'm ready. Could you bring the patient in? Now, before we get started, can you give me your name for the record, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's, Heather. My name's Heather.
Okay. And it's not Heather, so let's point that out.
That's not what it says in your patient record.
Oh, right. Heather's, just a nickname of mine. It's Darcy. Sorry for the confusion.
You aren't from around here, are you? Could you tell me what state?
State? Sure. It's Pennsylvania.
Right, and that's not true either. Because...
The police report says you're from Virginia, though.
Ah, right. Sorry. I always get Pennsylvania and Virginia mixed up, you know? 'Cause they are so close.
Are you talking to me of your own volition?
Yeah, of course. I just wanna give my side of the story.
I have to find the correct info. If I click on the wrong info, it actually makes the timer lose time. So it's kind of interesting. Like, I'm guessing everything she says, you have to find the contradiction in. Not all questions have a contradiction. Proceed to the next question if nothing seems to be wrong and avoid wasting time.
Alright, thanks for that information. It's just a formality for the records.
Yeah, it, seemed that way.
Now, we don't have all the time in the world, so I won't bother you with going over the details. To keep it short, I need to ask you some questions about the university and your abduction.
Alright, that's fine. Go ahead.
As I'm sure you remember, you requested this meeting. The police have provided me with a binder containing some of their evidence, which I'll be using to make sure you're taking this discussion seriously. They told me that you were quite uncooperative during initial questioning. It's just to make sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for, agreeing to this.
Okay, so, first of all, could you tell me a bit more about your experience at university?
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
Solemn, I'm sorry about your computer. I hope you get it fixed, but thank you for the lurk. Okay. So, abducted from the university, that's true. Her grades. Do we have anything about her grades? No, I think that's all true, right?
It's a fairly big university, with lots of fields and classes. What did you major in?
My major? Well, I took a bachelor's degree, so I took a lot of classes that weren't part of it. But it was, management.
That's not true, so let's point out that it was literature.
Your college records state that you majored in literature.
Uh-oh. I guess that was just a mistake. Yeah, no, I majored in literature. My head's just kind of all over the place, you know?
Did you make any friends during your time at university? Any strong relationships with anyone?
I mean, of course, I had a couple of friends. Are you asking if I had a boyfriend or something? I never really had any strong relationships with anyone, to be honest. Mostly just, acquaintances.
Never left my dorm room. And that's not true either, because we have this. Windows rejected your processor, so I had to edit the registry to get it to install evil.
These plane tickets seem to suggest otherwise.
Those. Ah, right. Yeah. Those. Me and the professor weren't, super close, I guess. I wouldn't call it a strong relationship. He was the one who bought the tickets anyway.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
Can we pause this game? Can't. No! If you hit escape, it just. No! If you hit escape, it just quits out. Oh, I'm so upset. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. Papaya, thank you. Love, hello. Thank you for the alert. I'm just gonna start it. I wonder if you can skip.
Oh.
I wonder if you can skip.
Now,
Oh,
Okay. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay, it's fine.
that's not what
oh.
You-
S-
the police report.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's upsetting for sure. Hold on just a second. I ran the... boy. Sorry, guys. It tells you right there that escape closes the game. Oof. Oof. That's so oof. There's so much oof. Okay. Wait, what did she say last?
Yeah, of course. I just wanna give my side of the story.
Alright, thanks for that information. It's just a formality.
Yeah,
Now, we don't have all the...
Alright, that's fine. Go ahead.
As I'm sure you remember, you requested this meeting. They told me that you were...
Yeah.
Okay. Could you tell me a bit more about your
Yeah. I was abducted.
Wait, what did she say?
Yeah. I was abducted at Harvard University, which is where I went to. It was, fine. It's not as if my grades were bad or anything. I got on well, I guess. Until the, abduction, of course.
Okay.
It's a fairly big university.
My major?
Your...
Uh-oh.
Did you make any...
I mean, of course.
Yeah, she went on a trip with this James
Plane
Murphy.
tickets seemed...
Those.
Okay, I think this is where we were.
Right. Yeah.
Can you think of any reason why you might have been abducted?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, it's not like I'm rich or anything. My parents don't make too much money, so I can't imagine they wanted something like a ransom or anything.
Okay. I'm curious if... No, that's not a thing. The uh-oh from this person is too funny, though.
Were you responsible for the death of the other person in that room?
What? No way, of course, I wasn't. Did you see what
I like her
happened to that
accent.
body? How could I have caused that?
I don't know. Okay, that's not a thing.
When you were abducted, was there another person at the scene with you and the corpse?
It's a little hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure it was just me and the person during the, kidnapping.
Oh, this is at the crime scene.
This photo of the crime scene shows a pair of glasses.
Well, lots of people wear glasses just for fashion's sake. They might be non-prescription.
Were you involved in what happened?
Are you joking? I already told you. How could I have been involved in that?
Most people with no involvement don't attack the police and attempt to escape.
You can't be serious. I was in shock. I had just been abducted and there was a dead body. I wasn't thinking right.
You don't seem to have been doing a lot of thinking right. You're still trying to avoid the police, and even after requesting this meeting, you continue to lie and mix yourself up with another person. Make it make sense, Darcy, if that's even who you are. I'm starting to think you don't even know yourself.
Look, I'm just, not in the right headspace. Just give me a moment and I swear I'll tell you everything.
Sorry,
Okay.
but I just don't have time to be led around with lies and excuses. I'll get one of the staff members to take you back to your cell and check back in a week. That should be enough time to get your thoughts straight.
Wait, hold on. I don't have a week. I need to talk to you now.
I'm sorry, but our time is up.
I can't let you leave.
Oh?
What?
What?
What the hell is going on?
Sorry, but I don't have much time before it finds me. I need you right here, right now.
What exactly are you?
Well, I guess there's not much point in hiding it. I'm not exactly human. I suppose you could call me an entity.
Oh?
One using this body to hide in your world. I'm losing control of my grasp on this reality, though, and I need your help to fix it.
So she's like a body snatcher? Do we have more pages? Oh! Reading this means that you're now trapped in that thing's pocket reality. It won't let you leave until it gets what it wants, and if you refuse to do so, it will result in the